Dr. Onumonu, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
Thank you for having me this morning.
And let me congratulate you for a successful PhD.
Many thanks.
What is it like to do a PhD?
Wow. Doing a PhD program, I believe, anywhere around the world, but particularly in Nigeria, it's very, very exciting, but a very rigorous process. And it really takes everything, I must tell you, inside of you. You know, it's a very Herculean task. It's a very big work. It's a very, as a matter of fact, when I got engaged in my PhD program, I was like, if you don't really have the passion for academics, you don't have any dream of going to the academics, being a teacher, you don't have a business with PhD. That's my opinion, because, you know, the work is, the demand, the rigor is just too much. And if I just do it for maybe for political reason, or for some other reasons, I think it doesn't really worth it.
Wow. But I want to go for a PhD. I don't want to be a lecturer.
Like you are not a lecturer for now, but you are an intellectual, you know. That's what I mean. If you are not using it to really impact knowledge, I think it doesn't really worth it.
You decided to look at the Civil War.
Yeah.
What interests you?
Actually, what really, you know, stirred up my interest in going for this research is not just because I needed a topic for a PhD for my thesis, but because of the lacuna. You know, that area, it's very fresh. It's a very novel area. I can tell you that virtually almost nothing has been done in that area, apart from a lady, a German American by name Sabine Jalbeshin. She is the only person that have worked in that area, particularly in Oru-Igbo. Oru-Igbo is around, you have some towns that make up Oru-Igbo in the north and the south of Oguta Lake. So she is the only person who actually went into that studies after the Nigerian Civil War. She came to that area for like 10 years. But her own interest, or what she was able to cover, was on the sociology of the area, okay, or sociological aspect of that area, not really the Civil War. She looked at the marine spirit. She looked at the culture of the people, because they have a lot of water body there, the role the marine spirit played, the worshipper, the impact, and what have you. Nobody has actually done anything concretely on that area.
And Oru-Igbo was key to the war.
As a matter of fact, at some point, Oru-Igbo became a rallying point for the whole of Biafra. Remember, if you have read the work of Alexander Madiebo, he made mention of that place. That at some point, there wasn't crude oil in the whole of Biafra when Port Harcourt fell. You know, around 1968, of course, a lot of places started falling, like Pack of Card. Port Harcourt fell, which in Port Harcourt you have the Biafra International Airport. In Port Harcourt you had, you know, the oil Biafra was using to service all their machineries and what have you. So when all those areas fell, remember, up to date, Oru-Igbo has oil, and that's why Oru-Igbo is among the Niger Delta states, Nigeria. You know, so at a point, Alexander Madiebo said they had to really, Ojukwu came from Umuahia. Even these things are made mention in Frederick Forsyth's work.
Yeah.
You know, they had to come there because remember, if you've read the work of, it's your friend, Alabi.
Isaba.
That is it. He made mention of that place too. That when they were coming, you know, the 3rd Marine Commander, what have you, you know, they had a Waterloo in that place.
Yeah. Ojukwu did everything to defend Oru-Igbo.
He came all the way from Umuahia to defend. In fact, he fought by himself. He handled the machine gun.
Why was Oru-Igbo special to the war?
The reason why Oru-Igbo was so special to the war, at some point, every other place fell. Almost every other place fell. Enugu fell, that Umuahia, the Hilly, all of you. But the reason Oru-Igbo didn't fall, there are a lot of reasons we can actually allude to that. One of it was the area, the nature of the area. A place surrounded by a lot of water. You have the Oguta Lake, you have the Orashi, you have different kinds of water there. You have the creeks, you have the Calabari Beach and what have you.
And that was the link of Biafra to the outside world.
That is it.
If you took Oru-Igbo, nothing would come into Biafra land.
If you took Oru-Igbo, that's simply, in fact, when they were coming from, you know, Port Harcourt, their aim wasn't really the Oru-Igbo. They wanted to occupy that Uli. You have the Uli, you have the airport. That is it. That was the only. I remember, even Ojukwu at some point when he knew that Biafra will collapse or that they're going to capture him, he flew from Umuahia. The only surviving airport well, like maybe makeshift airport, was the Uli. That was where he was smuggling, so to speak, and he flew to Ivory Coast.
This is the beauty of history.
And apart from that, the major reason why it's very important and central because Oru-Igbo housed over 10,000 internally displaced persons. Remember, at some point, Kwashokwa ravaged all the nook and crannies of Biafra.
But he didn't get to Oru-Igbo.
He didn't get to Oru-Igbo because, number one, the federal forces couldn't penetrate Oru-Igbo because of the terrain. There wasn't, as at that time, there wasn't any road that could link to Oru-Igbo. You have a lot of water, and Oru-Igbo had enormous food supply. And there was, at the point, according to the people I interviewed, and the reality you can also investigate, there were a lot of fishes. In Oru-Igbo, at that particular time, there was high flow from the Red Sea. You know, Oru-Igbo has a link to the Bonny Island. You know, that's why when people say maybe Southeast is landlocked or what have you, or maybe they cannot establish a seaport, I begin to laugh at them. The fact is that Nigerians don't like history. There are a lot of knowledge. Nigeria is suffering because we refuse to embrace knowledge.
That's why we need the Dr. Onumonus.
Yeah.
That is why you have gone to study history.
Yeah.
That is why you are teaching us history.
That is it.
Tell me more.
As a matter of fact, I love history. And in my first degree, I studied history, international studies. But I don't talk about international study, international diplomacy, strategic studies, and what have you, all those allied studies. History, according to Joshua Goldstein, he said that history is the bedrock of all international affairs, all knowledge. It's a bedrock of knowledge that can emancipate any nation.
Imagine Nigeria taking history off the scheme.
That is really an aberration. That is so suicidal. That is so alarming. You know, to take out history out of the curriculum. But thank God it's been welcomed back, you know, through the effort of some persons.
Let's go back to Oru-Igbo.
Yeah.
Oru-Igbo welcomed internally displaced persons.
Yeah.
Took them into their houses.
That is it.
And they were all happy.
That is it. That mechanism is what actually makes Oru-Igbo special in terms of the thesis, in terms of scholarship, in terms of knowledge. All over the world where refugee crisis or IDP crisis has taken place and is taking place, they normally explore the existing knowledge they have with respect to managing internally displaced persons, such as, you know, giving them a place in a camp and what have you, having the social workers and what have you. But in Oru-Igbo, that case was actually an indigenous knowledge. What they did was that as those refugees were coming into Oru-Igbo, there was serious inflow of refugees into that area. They were absorbing them into their own houses, into their existing household. They were engaging them. And of course, you know, Igbo society, Oru-Igbo is also part of Igbo land, of course. You know, they have this age grade system. Most of them who, you know, they could bring them into their household, they identify them or they attach them to their age grades. You understand? So that's what they did. They actually made the case different. By doing so, those IDP, they believed in their host. By doing so, they saw their host as their own people. By doing so, those IDP were able to explore their potentials, their talent. They weren't a nuisance. They became a value adder to their own host community.
You know, reading your PhD work reminds me of the Civil War, of the pain, of the consequences of bad governance in Nigeria today.
That is it.
Were you pained while your research went on?
Wow. You'll be shocked to know that I didn't get any support from any NGO or government and what have you. And, you know, surprisingly, I'm from an oil-producing community. You understand? But I didn't receive anything, no help. The only help I received was external, from American government, and of course when I from
to research issues in Nigeria.
From an organization in America, and also of course, you know, when I traveled to South Africa, the host community, University of Cape Town, you know, they were really there to assist me, to help me so much.
You didn't get any assistance from Nigeria?
No assistance. As a matter of fact, from my primary school to this point, I've not received any grant, even 1 naira or 10 kobo, from either Nigeria government, from state government, from local government, except maybe from some individuals, friends, family, and what have you.
And this is what many Nigerians go through.
That is just it. It's quite pathetic.
Dr. Pascal Onumonu is on State Affairs. We will be back after this break, so don't go away.